I think this has always been one of Vish's strongest matchups, to be honest with you. So, and this is one of those matchups. I think Falcon players they like it in friendlies, but I think that it's a matchup that a lot of Falcon players don't actually like to play in tournament because it's really easy to just lose stocks. Falcon edge guards the crap out of Falcon. That could have even probably been another up, but okay.
Do you know if they do up tilt nowadays? Like, is that kind of like social norm kind of falling away, or is it still like?
To be honest with you, I just don't think the up tilt is even the easiest way of taking stock.
It isn't, yeah.
I never really understood all the fuss about up tilt because I think that I actually think doing back air or doing weak knee are like way lamer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good double jump D there. Something that I think is really cool about Falcon players is when they use the double jump versus the full hop. Usually the double jump just gives you a little bit more control at the top of your jump arc. Oh, Vish doesn't get the gentleman, but he doesn't really need it. Oh, maybe he's going to take the stock with
spacing.
Up throw. Oh, my goodness. Great air dodge there from BGD. BGD needs to find a way to really get a hit here. Wow, good spacing from Vish. Just catches and BGD falling gently into Vish's arms. Oh.
Yeah.
Getting kicked around right now.
Yeah, pretty sizable lead from Vish so far, and you know, like you said, this is a matchup where you can kind of just convert a stock really, really quickly. Makes it stressful for the ones playing it, and you should, should be seeing that right now.
Yeah.
Back air, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, just need to grab the ledge there, but
yeah,
getting a little fancy.
Vish definitely overcomplicated that a little bit, but he's definitely not having any semblance of a hard time getting these openings and taking the stocks in the first place. BGD, for what it's worth, I mean, just hasn't been able to get any meaningful hits. Look at that, no jump right here. Ooh, that could have been a 4-stock right there. It might still be.
I think, yeah, it's not impossible.
Oh my goodness, another one.
Oh my god.
Ah, okay. That's a shame. And BGD.
Vish smiling.
Seen enough that game one.
Yeah. I kind of feel like Vish is one of those players that doesn't get maybe the respect he deserves. Not that people disrespect him, but I think like, Vish is quite entertaining to watch and quite a good player.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just doesn't like enter a ton, you know. A lot of the time, I feel like every major, I'm like, you know, I hit the TOs up and I'm like, you know, hey, can I enter? You know, can we work around the commentary schedule? You know, you kind of have to do it in advance, right?
Yes.
So that you're not giving a lot of stress. And then I asked Vish, like a week before the event, I'm like, hey, Vish, are you entering? And he's like, no, I forgot to hit the TOs up this time.
Yeah.
I should really do that next time, man. Yeah, I'd love to be able to enter. I really wish I hit them up. But okay, you know, next major kind of thing. And this happens like every major, so good to see that Vish finally kind of
got a little bit
away
organized.
and got to enter something. Yeah, I finally hit the field. Oh, that was so good. And he makes it. That was great. I guess we wait a little bit on that back here, but wanted the turnaround D. Keeping it going though.
I mean, like when we were commentating a lot of online events, and I believe it was like a Levo back when those were a thing, and like he did very well at it. Like I can't remember what set it was, but
yeah. He's got a couple of good wins under his belt recently. I know he beat Bobby Big Balls. That was a big one.
Yeah, there you go.
He beat somebody else good. I know he beat Man Ray.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And it looks like he's about to beat BGD.
Yeah, BGD really not able to put much together this set. This has been honestly one of the swiftest beatings we've seen on stream, surprisingly. I mean, BGD seems like a pretty good player, but for some reason, I mean, maybe that's because he's the kind of Falcon that when he gets a stomp at 150, he goes for up B and gets 4 stocks. Okay, there we go. There we go. Get on the board there.
I like how Vish kind of like slightly shook his head there. You know, like looked a little disappointed that it wasn't a 4th stock.
Yeah, well, he definitely could have probably a 4 stock both games.
Yes.
If he just finished some of these edge guards. But okay, gets that one. It's a pretty simple one.
JB4.
Yeah, JB4 both games, I think.
Very impressive.
Yeah, BGD never really getting anything started at all. It felt like, I don't know, when he got hits, they just didn't lead to anything.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, Vish had a pretty simple plan. Get him off stage and kind of bully him off stage. Like I said, I think Falcon, honestly, a lot of characters edgeguard Falcon pretty well, but I definitely think that Falcon is one of the characters where there's so many ways that Falcon can take another Falcon stock once he's off stage.
I mean, it's the classic story of a Ditto, right? Where like all the kind of BS that your character has, you suddenly have kind of pushed back onto you.
Yeah.
And you're sort of like, I don't like it. You know,
Can be pretty
what
annoying.
is this? Like when I get shot by Falco lasers, I'm like, God, this is terrible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.